Sometimes trying to find a play or something to watch during Black History Month can be frustrating because honestly, it's hard to find stuff that's not about slavery or something. So, allow me to introduce to you In the Red and Brown Water. In the Red and Brown Water is by Terrell Evan McCraney, part of his Brother Sister Plays trilogy. And yes, this is the In the Red and Brown Water that takes storytelling elements from Yoruba mythology and Louisiana voodoo fairy tales, a play that is inspired by the origins of Black culture and beliefs before slavery, but using characters in a modern Black American setting. A play that literally includes characters like Ogun, Oya, Shango, and other Orihsa, and charts a young girl's thrust into womanhood, followed by her subsequent fall into the murky waters of life. So if you want to know more, if Terrell Alvin McCraney sounds familiar to you, remember I mentioned him in my video about Choir Boy. He is the writer of both that and the movie Moonlight. McCraney wrote the brother-sister trilogy of plays while he was studying at Yale. All three of these plays, including In the Red and Brown Water, take place in the Louisiana projects. They are written in no particular order, but are apparently meant to be a conversation. In Red and Brown Water, aside from weaving the Orihsa spirits, there are elements from Federico Garcia Lorca's Yerma, the tale of a young woman desperate to become a mother, trapped in a marriage with a man who's completely consumed by his work. Theater for McCraney is a powerful way to explore community, ritual, and remembrance. In the Red and Brown Water, he pulls the audience into the trials of human existence. It's about feelings, not just watching what's happening. McCraney himself is even quoted as saying that the audience and actor are one, and all those people, although seeing it slightly different, are believing, following the same course, and going on a journey together. So the play is about the choices we make, consequences we face, and the nagging feeling of not living up to our own or society's expectations. The story taps into something so human, the drive to find purpose and feel fulfilled, whether it's within ourselves or through the relationships we build. And at the center of it all, our main character, Oya, trying to deal with her loneliness and the weight of all the chances that she let slip away. She starts off as a talented runner on her track team, practically the star, but Oya has to give all of that up when her mother gets sick. She gives up a college scholarship to care for her mother and ends up alone in her small hometown of San Prairie, Louisiana, when her mother passes. She feels like she has nothing left. So she starts a life with Ogun, who has loved her for years, or so he says. But then Oya's heart is pulled towards Shango, who is a charismatic bad boy who represents passion and freedom for her. Despite having good intentions, she traps herself in a life she desperately wanted to avoid. Throughout the play, this harsh reality looms large, underscored by explicit language and themes of love versus passion. Then Oya's friends all start getting married and having families, and she's faced with her own barrenness because she is indeed barren. And we know that in those times, a woman's worth was tied to motherhood and the ability to continue the family bloodline by carrying a child. And yeah, that's barely changed today. And so without children, a career, or an education, Oya becomes the target of cruel gossip in her community. She loses her sense of purpose, spiraling mentally and growing in depression, desperation that pushes her to a point culminating in a tragic yet fitting end. And so Oya ends up giving Shango a literal piece of herself in a desperate attempt to find meaning in a life that feels so hollow for her. I'm being intentionally vague, by the way, because spoilers. It's all crazy because she doesn't deserve that at all. Black women deserve love without pain, conditions, or limits. But I think I found where you can read the entire play also, and I will link that below in the description. And also, there's more info on Black history and theater in the Black History playlist, or there's more information on plays in general in the other playlist, History Behind the Musical. So, that's all I have for today, Yeah.